Hey, what's going on? If you want to get a complete system that makes melting fat easy and is 100% automated, then I want you to go to the link that's on the bottom of your page right now. YouTube doesn't let me make that link clickable, so you're gonna actually have to type it into your browser, or I also put the copy of the link in the description, so you can click on that or type it into your browser. All right. For now, enjoy the video, and after you're done with this video, make sure to go to that link to get a complete fat melting system.
All right, what's up, guys? So throughout this first module, this first week, we're taking you throughout every single section, right? We started off with, giving you the big picture and really the big idea behind this program that we created, what makes us better than everything else that's out there, what really is going to increase the probability of everybody who goes through this of, getting incredible and quick and lasting, sustainable results. We talked about the mindset, kind of like the inner game, some philosophy type stuff, some theory. We give you some how-to in terms of nutrition, in terms of what to eat, when to eat, what kinds of mistakes to avoid, and now we're going to talk about really the biggest, one of the biggest secrets to burning pure fat fast. Okay.
And really easy. There's a lot of people, start off really hard. They work out. They go to insane workouts. They do the gym and they break their body down. They can't get up the next day. And that's not what we want you to do. That's not what we're going to tell you to do. And really, we're going to start you off really slow. And you're never going to need to do, crazy workouts and get yourself insanely sore to get fit, and get that automatic six-pack.
Exactly. Everything we're going to give you here is high leverage activities. And what I mean by that, to give you a metaphor, is, when let's say you get a flat tire and you go ahead and you jack up your car, right? You're lifting how much does a car weigh? Average car weigh?
4,000 pounds.
4,000 pounds. So you're lifting 4,000 pounds by going like that really, really, really easily, or a little spinning, whatever one you got, right? So
I got the automatic one.
You got the auto one?
Yeah.
That's good. That sounds.
That's what we're doing right now.
I got you. It's a good little thing. So what we're doing is we're exerting a little bit of energy and getting a massive result. We're raising a 4,000 pound car. So this is very similar. We're doing a very easy thing, whether it's keeping craving crusher, the six-pack piece of paper, everything that we give you is like jacking up a car, where it doesn't require that much energy. You're getting a drastic result. And so what I really want to do is I want to talk about the biggest mistakes I see a lot of my friends making when they're doing an exercise and they're trying to lose weight. For example, I had a friend who could never lose those last 5 to 10 pounds, right?
So the hard part.
Yeah. So those last 5.
Hey, what's going on? If you're enjoying the video so far, do me a huge favor and click on the like button below. You'll get your good deed for the day out of the way. It helps me out a lot. Also, go ahead and subscribe and leave a comment. Something as simple as good video or I enjoyed the video. It really helps me out with YouTube. Alright, here's the rest of the video.
Pounds where you're really able to see the bottom six-pack, and you really start to get the slit in the middle, and you really lean out. It's not done by exercising harder or going at it faster, raising up the intensity. It's about being smarter and being more strategic. It's not about exerting more effort or more energy. I want you to spend your effort in your job, or your family, with your friends, whatever you enjoy how to do. So this trick in this video is very simple, right? I had a friend. He's like, man, how do you lose that last little bulge or whatever it is, however many pounds you gotta lose? This is gonna help you, right? This is especially for everybody, to be honest with you. It's gonna help you melt pure fat quick. And he would tell me that he works out so hard, he runs all these miles, he hikes up hills, and I was like, okay, so what are you eating before your workout? He's like, oh, I have this juice smoothie, and I'm like, oh, what do you put in there? I put banana, I put berries, I put blah blah blah, and it turns out that his smoothie had about 120 grams of sugar, right? So throughout, he drinks his 120 grams of sugar, and then he goes for a super hike where he's hiking for 4 hours. And what do you think his body is using for energy? Do you think he's using his stored fat or the sugar that he just drank? Sugar is a lot easier for your body to break down and use for energy. So he's using the pure sugar that he just drank for instant energy. But he's sweating, he's struggling, he's killing his joints, killing his muscles, and he's sore the next day. And I can burn more pure fat than him in 20 minutes than he can from a crazy 4-hour hike.
Barely sweating.
Barely sweating after he has that 120 gram pure sugar smoothie that's all fruit and supposed to be healthy. So The technique, we already covered the nutrition, we covered the inner game. Now we're going to go into the exercise technique. Very high leverage, the highest leverage technique I think I can give you is to wake up in the morning and before you have anything, just go for a walk. Okay, what this is going to do is you've been fasting, you know, a lot of people don't think break fast stands for breaking a fast. So while you were sleeping, you've been fasting all night, and before you have breakfast, before you break your fast, go for a small 20-30 minute walk. And I'm not just walking. While I'm walking, either doing my positive rituals where I'm either like visualizing my goals, or I'm listening to good content, or audiobooks, whatever it is you want to do. You want to talk on the phone, whatever it is that you want to do during that morning walk, listen to music. But what this walk is going to do is it's going to allow you to burn pure body fat, because you've been fasting, you have nothing in your stomach, and when you go on a small walk, light walk, it allows your body to break down your stored fat for energy. A lot of people don't know that really intense exercise, really your body will tear down muscle if you don't have your glycogen stores filled, which is the glycogen stands for the stored energy inside of your muscles. So when you go on the slow walk, it really is the type of energy that your body requires to be able to burn your stored fat really easily. So going on a slow, brisk walk, if you want to go on a treadmill, you can incline it a little bit, but just go walk on an empty stomach and your body's going to use pure fat for energy. Okay, nothing intense, just walk. If you're on a treadmill, incline a little bit. If not, just walk kind of fast. And it doesn't matter what you do. If you only burn 100 calories a day, it's going to be 100 calories of pure fat. Then when you come home, you have your breakfast, like we talked about in this module, and you literally burn more fat than like my friend who would have 120 grams of pure sugar and then go on a super intense workout or hike that's just using all the sugar that he ate as fuel instead of the burn fat, which is what we want to do. We want to use fat for fuel, and we want to feed the muscle. We're gonna shred all the fat. We want to feed the muscle, so you're literally a high performance machine where you're super muscular, but you don't have any fat around it. So that like Jason here, you just gotta be strong and light at the same time, and really have great cardio.
And I'd like to touch upon something I said earlier. I said Alex was saying that his friend has that 5 pounds. I have like the hard part, and that's what everyone thinks it is that's the hard part to get off. But with little things like this, what Alex is telling you, you walk on an empty stomach when you wake up, you'd be amazed how quickly it's going off. That's going to come off, and then you pair this with some of the other techniques that we just taught you, and in no time this is gone. And one little thing I'd like to touch on, a little tip for accomplishing this is, sometimes you're gonna wake up in the morning and you're not gonna feel like taking a walk. You're just tired. Maybe you work as hard the day before. And one of the things I do a lot of things. I fight, teaching this, and I also run a boot camp program. And I always tell my clients, I'm like, listen, all I need you to do is show up. If you show up, you're gonna do the exercises. And it's sort of the same thing with the walk. If you don't feel like taking a walk, your only goal should be just to get out the door and walk 100 meters. And I can guarantee after you walk those 100 meters, you're gonna be motivated and you're gonna walk some more. So the goal of this is to do it, and like Alex says and always says, that you want to implement as fast as possible. So if you're watching this in the afternoon, guess what you're doing tomorrow morning?
Exactly.
You're walking.
And another little tip. Even though McDonald's is something we want to stay away from, something that has allowed them to be very successful is the fantastic systems that they have in terms of producing really shitty food consistently all throughout the world, right? So they have 16-year-olds or whatever in there that might be high on drugs or whatever. It doesn't matter who works there. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying everybody who works there is high on drugs. I'm saying that it doesn't matter.
They're not doing they're not training for years to do the job.
Exactly. It's anybody can go in there and produce the same result, and the reason why is because they have a system that allows them to produce a specific result consistently. So what I want you to do for this morning walk is really take the if you ever don't go to McDonald's, but unless you want to observe this. If you ever go there during
your craving crusher,
exactly during rush hour when they're super busy, you'll see that it runs like a machine. Like nobody is bumping into each other. The cups for the drinks are right next to the machine. They don't even have to hold it down the whole way. There's a button, so you